All right, you guys, I want to keep this video straight to the point because I know it's late. So, within this video, I want to give you story time of what happened to me tonight, an update on a workplace, and at the end of the video, you're going to see a clip of Kanye. The reason why my attention is focused on Kanye and want to bring his situation to light is because it's clear as day that he has been targeted for speaking out, or targeted, or persecuted for God's sake, Jesus' name. I know they put it in the limelight that all these celebrities are demonic and he's demonic as well. I feel like he was fighting a battle and he's trying to figure out what direction he's supposed to go. But when someone is persecuted that hard, they're not walking with the crowd, they're standing alone, just like you and I. So listen to some of the things he say and pay attention, because the ones that really have something to say, they make them crazy, or they deem them to be a criminal, like you and I, just like how they are doing to him. So let me start with the story so I know what happened to me. Every time I post a video in regards to exposing the truth, I get heavily targeted. So I go to visit my mom. She's been living here for over 10 years. So neighbors know me by way of sight, but not personal or introduction. Okay, so the same neighbor that's been stalking me for over 5 years in this complex was there when I arrived, and when I left, he was also there. This time when I left him, his wife was accompanied by him as well. And so I put my kids in the car and I stand outside the car, because a lot of times I want to watch what they are doing as well, to see, like, are they targeting you, or was it just a coincidence that these people are outside? Because a part of me still have some doubt, like, these people do not know what they're doing, so eventually they're gonna give up, especially after 5 years, right? So I'm sitting on the outside of my car as my son and my daughter is in the car. Mind you, my son is 13 years old. So I'm sitting on my car, I'm recording, because I always like to keep my phone on record whenever they're around, and it's multiple ones. It's three of them, the normal targeting people that target me. It's two guys and a lady. Okay, the normal people that show up there when I'm there and always there when I'm leaving. So I said, let me just record, and I sat on the front of my car. Okay, so this lady, you guys, hops in her car and pulls her car up and put the hazard lights on, parked right next to my car. My windows are rolled up in my car, and she leans down and tell my son hi by his name. And so I looked at my son, like, because he didn't really hear her. He didn't even respond. I said, she said your name. How do you know that lady? He said, I don't know her. I said, what you mean you don't know her? I said, oh, here we go. They playing games. Because like I said, when I expose them, they want to come hard at me to let me know, like, hey, I know you, right? So my son goes, I don't know her. I said, are you sure you don't know her? I was like, I seen her before, like I said, because when we were targeted, they're part of the come out and stare at your community, but we never spoke. We never said hi, none of these things. Okay. So I said, well, I'm gonna wait for her to come back and ask her, how does she know you? I said, excuse me, how do you know my son? She goes, remember your son used to play with my son back in the day. And I was like, I don't remember you. And I said, you see me multiple occasions and you never speak to me nor my son. So if I prefer for you to keep it that way, and I said it in a rude manner because I was upset. Like, all of a sudden I exposed these people. Now they want to let it be known they know who I am. That's how I took it. I said, you never spoke to me. And I'm the parent. You would think, as a parent to parent, woman to woman, you would say hi to me. You never say hi to me. You never speak to me. But all of a sudden tonight, you want to tell my son hi, who's in the car with the window rolled up. But when we're outside of our car, this lady never tells my son hi. And my son kept going back and forth, said, I don't know her. I don't know her. And the only reason why I can trying to give her a benefit of doubt, because like I said, there was kids in that community that my son did encounter, that he did play with, and it was scary, because it was even to the point where there was this one lady that her son would attach to my son so much that he started dressing like my son. I was like, ain't this crazy? Because I used to dress my son with like sweaters and bow ties, and then you don't see a lot of kids at that age frame. It was like kindergarten and first grade. because that's the last time we lived over there, right? I haven't, but my mom still stays in that area. I haven't lived over there, or my son played outside since he was in kindergarten. He's 13 years old now. Do the math. That's how long we've been gone from this community, but we still visit. And he don't even go outside because after he became a target, I just don't let my kids go outside unless I'm present or an older sibling is outside with them. So we don't even play with the neighborhood kids like that, especially at my mom's house. You guys, listen to this. The little boys start wearing the same outfits, the same clothes. And then the mom start asking to take pictures with my son. This is how much they want to be you. That's why you are targeted. You are an influencer when you're not even trying to be an influencer. But the moral of the story is they are not, kids are off limit. I'm gonna be a whole nother person when it comes to the kids. And I had to let this lady know, like, if this is where you want to take it, you better think wisely, because like I said in my previous video, there is no police that was can get to you in time to help you. It's just not when it comes to people, kids in general, not just my kids in general. You don't mess with people, kids. I know that, and everybody else know that. That's a rule to the game. All right, so I just want to let y'all know that these people is crazy. They're crazy. Okay, when somebody knows your name, there's people out here that know my name, that know my kid's name, and we don't even know who they are. So you guys be careful. These people crazy. So let's give you the update about work. So remember how I said I was going to use my own tactics in order to counter what they were doing. So I started being on my phone more, starting to keep the conversation short, right? So that they can stop the tactics of waiting for me to leave and trying to hold a conversation like we're friends. So this is what they're doing now, you guys. Instead of them waiting like they were doing individually, like the same girl will wait I told you about, that will try to talk and have a conversation, or sit in my room and break bread with me. Now what they're doing is they're all doing it together at one time. I'm laughing because you can't, it's like unreal the things that they do in order to harass somebody. It's just like a movie that would never end. So now when I go to the clock, they all get up at the same time. This is not, I can make this up. So if I get up at, we're supposed to clock out at like 2:30. If I get there at 2:33, it's like 6 of them that post to clock out at 2:30 wait to 2:33 to clock out with me, and they'll keep going, oh, you can go first, to make sure I clock out before them. So they will have 5 of them standing by the clock wait until I clock out, and then you have the one standing outside, and he always says, oh, I'm just waiting for my ride. Normally you drive, but lately he's been waiting for his ride to come, right? It's just ridiculous. Right, and I just look and shake my head. But as you watch this Kanye West video, I feel his pain. I feel like I'm walking in his shoes when he says I'm tired. They don't woke the beast. Like I fear no evil, pretty much is what he's saying. We have to walk in that light and fear no evil, and realize if it takes 10 people to break you or to try to knock your spirit down, you are a powerful being. Excuse me. So remain strong, you guys. The devil is going to attack harder. That's what they said. Like when you pray, that's why I wrote in here, pray harder when it comes to it being those times when it's hard to pray. But don't give up. Continue doing what you're doing. I'm continue doing what I'm doing. I'm going to continue updating you and encourage you. Thank you.
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of y'all no more. And we don't have to be afraid. I understand. I'm going to let y'all know right now, the devil is a defeated foe. You can't poison me. And by the way, y'all already fucked with me so much. Y'all already black mirrored me. You already made everybody think I'm crazy. You already took my family away. You already separated all my friends. I don't got no celebrity friends. For 3 years, Forbes wouldn't say I was a billionaire. It's all to diminish me so y'all wouldn't listen to me. So the liberal agenda is to take God out of the homes and separate the families. With that, you're going to get mayhem. You're going to get Mad Max on the other side. The conservative agenda is still that God runs the world. And I'm Christian, and I feel like I got the best taste on the planet. So that's Jesus. I'm Jesus gang.